You might think sleeping 5 hours a night is just a productivity hack. A little less sleep, a little more time, and somehow you still get through the day. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Your body does not see 5 hours sleep as discipline. It sees it as stress. And when that stress happens again and again, it starts changing the way your brain, hormones, metabolism, heart, and immune system work. At first, 5 hours may not feel dramatic. You wake up, drink coffee, push through meetings, answer messages, and tell yourself you're functioning. That is what makes chronic sleep loss so dangerous. It does not always hit like a wall. Sometimes it feels more like becoming a slightly worse version of yourself every day, slowly enough that you stop noticing. Less sharp, less patient, less motivated, less healthy. And the scary part is that the damage is not only about feeling tired. Sleep deficiency affects attention, memory, mood, blood sugar regulation, blood pressure, and immune defenses. Let's start with your brain, because this is usually where the first cracks appear. When you sleep too little, your attention drops, your reaction time slows, and your ability to think clearly gets weaker. You may still feel awake, but your brain begins operating with less precision. That means more mental blanks, more mistakes, more rereading the same sentence, more forgetting why you walked into a room. Sleep is also deeply involved in learning and memory. So when you cut it short, you are not just losing rest. You are cutting into the brain's ability to lock in information and function efficiently the next day. And then there is mood. A lot of people assume bad sleep only makes you yawn. In reality, it often makes you emotionally unstable before it makes you physically weak. You become more irritable, more reactive, less resilient, and more vulnerable to anxiety and depression. Small problems feel bigger, patience gets shorter, motivation gets flatter. So when someone says, "I am just tired," what they may really mean is, "My emotional control system is running on backup power." Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Your body starts treating short sleep like a metabolic problem. Sleep deficiency affects insulin, the hormone that helps control blood sugar. When sleep is too short, blood sugar regulation can worsen, which may increase the risk of type 2 diabetes over time. On top of that, research has linked sleep loss with changes in hunger-related hormones, including lower leptin and higher ghrelin, a combination that can push appetite up and make high-calorie foods feel more rewarding. So after several nights of 5 hours, it is not just that you are tired. You are often hungrier, more impulsive with food, and less metabolically stable. That is one reason people who sleep too little often feel stuck in a frustrating cycle. They are tired, so they crave fast energy. They eat more, especially sugary or fatty foods. Their blood sugar control gets worse. Their energy becomes more unstable, and then they need even more caffeine and stimulation to get through the next day. It can feel like laziness from the outside, but biologically, it is closer to your body being nudged into survival mode. The system is being pushed away from balance and toward compensation. Your heart does not escape this either. Sleep helps regulate blood pressure and supports cardiovascular health. When sleep is consistently too short, the body spends more time in a state of activation instead of recovery. Over time, that can contribute to elevated blood pressure and greater cardiovascular strain. This is one of the biggest myths about short sleep. People think the consequences show up only in energy levels, but some of the most serious effects are happening quietly in systems you cannot feel minute by minute. Sleep is not passive downtime. It is active maintenance. During healthy sleep, the body supports immune regulation and recovery. With insufficient sleep, immune function can weaken and inflammatory activity can rise. That means your body may become worse at defending itself and slower at restoring balance. In simple terms, chronic short sleep can make you feel run down, because at a biological level, you are run down. And this is where many people get tricked. But I got used to it? No, not exactly. You may get used to the feeling of functioning below your best. Humans are surprisingly good at adapting to feeling slightly impaired. That does not mean the impairment is gone. It means it became your new normal. So yes, sleeping 5 hours a night can follow you onto the road. Crash risk rises when drivers sleep too little. NHTSA cites evidence that people who slept only 4 to 5 hours in the previous 24 hours had sharply increased crash risk compared with those who got at least 7 hours. Separate CDC-linked research also found that very short sleepers, defined as 5 hours or less, were much more likely to report drowsy driving So this is not only a health issue, it is also a performance and safety issue, both for you and for people around you. Another thing people misunderstand is the difference between one bad night and a lifestyle. One short night will make you feel rough, but sleeping 5 hours regularly is different because the effects stack. The body loses time for restoration again and again. The brain loses time for repair and memory processing again and again. Hormonal and metabolic disruption keeps showing up again and again. This is why public health guidance focuses so strongly on regular sleep duration, not just occasional all-nighters. The risk comes from the pattern. Now, to be fair, not every person responds in exactly the same way. Individual sleep need varies somewhat, and medical conditions, age, shift work, and sleep disorders matter. But the broad recommendation for healthy adults remains clear. Regularly sleeping less than 7 hours is associated with worse outcomes, and 5 hours is well below the range, considered appropriate for optimal health. So the question is not, can a human survive on 5 hours? Obviously, many do. The real question is, what version of your brain and body are you forcing yourself to live in? And that answer is usually a more stressed, less stable, less protected version. If you have been sleeping 5 hours a night and telling yourself it is normal, here's the simplest way to think about it. Your body is not lazy for wanting more sleep. Your body is asking for basic maintenance time. Your brain needs it to stay sharp. Your mood needs it to stay steady. Your metabolism needs it to stay controlled. Your heart needs it to recover. Your immune system needs it to stay ready. Sleep is not wasted time. It is biological infrastructure. And when you keep cutting it down to 5 hours, the whole system becomes more fragile. So the next time someone brags, I only sleep 5 hours a day, remember this: that is not proof of optimization. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and stay healthy, friends.